There was a woman named Hannah whose heart was heavy with deep sorrow. Her soul felt trapped in a void that seemed endless because she could not have children. In the culture she lived in, motherhood was considered a blessing from God, a mark of honor that defined a woman's life. Women who could not conceive were pitied, but also quietly judged. Their lives seemed incomplete, and often they were shamed for their barrenness. Hannah felt forgotten by God, as if her prayers were never heard. And every day her heart filled with grief. Her rival Peninnah constantly mocked her, reminding her of what she lacked. Every cruel word, every triumphant smile pierced Hannah's heart. Tears became her daily bread and her spirit was broken. Each night, when the world slept, Hannah lifted her eyes to heaven and poured out her soul to God, pleading for a child. One day, feeling she could no longer bear the pain, Hannah went to the temple. There, in God's presence, she let her heart overflow. She did not care who watched. She did not speak with rehearsed words or polished phrases. Her prayer was a cry of the soul, full of tears and sighs. Every tear was a message to God. Every sob was a demonstration of her faith and need. The priest Eli saw her and thought she was drunk because of the intensity of her crying. But Hannah, with humility and devotion, said, "I'm not drunk, my Lord. I'm pouring out my soul before the Lord." Eli looked at her and understood the sincerity of her heart. Then he said, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant the petition you have asked of him." These words renewed Hannah's hope. For the first time in a long while, she felt her pain was seen by God and that her faithfulness had not been in vain. With renewed trust, Hannah knew that God was working in her life. Even when the miracle had not yet appeared, she understood that God not only listens to our tears, but also transforms our suffering into purpose. In time, God answered her prayer and opened her womb. Hannah conceived a son and named him Samuel, which means God has heard. Samuel was no ordinary child. From a young age, God prepared him to be a prophet and a leader who would change Israel's history. The miracle was not just the birth of a child. It was the complete transformation of Hannah's life. Her sorrow became joy, her despair became testimony, and her long wait turned into fulfillment. Hannah's story teaches us that God is attentive to our suffering and that we are never unheard. Every tear shed before him is a seed of faith that in time will bear fruit. Today you may feel like Hannah, humiliated, forgotten, weary, but God does not ignore your pain. Sometimes he allows the wait to be long so that the blessing arrives at the perfect time, more glorious and complete than you could imagine.